Hey, I want to give you a quick tip with regards to your time. I know that as wives, as moms, as professionals, as whoever we are for other people, people are going to rely on us to do different things for them. And if you find yourself always having to drop your thing to do someone else's thing and then feeling frustrated because you can't get back to the thing that you are supposed to be doing, here's a quick tip, and it is as simple as actually scheduling. I had some stuff on top of my planner, but here's a blank page of my planner. This is the vision planner that I use every single day. This is how I plan my days. It's an undated planner. I just fill in the dates on top and then I fill in what I have to do. I do not make a to-do list. I know the things that I have to do. I may note the things that I have to do, but what I do is I immediately schedule it, because what happens when you have a to-do list and it's just a random list and there is no designation for when you're going to do a particular thing, what ends up happening is that it stays on the list and it doesn't get done most of the time. So if you can compartmentalize your day where you're going to be saying from 9 until 11, this is what I'm gonna do. And things may come up during that time, but you're gonna have to stick to it, and you're gonna have to say, look, I'm working on something right now, but as soon as I'm finished, I'll be able to handle this for you. It doesn't matter if you haven't shown up that way in the past. It doesn't matter if you've always been the one who would just drop everything and do what other people want. Nothing is going to change unless you make it change, and nothing is going to stick unless you make it stick, right? This is your time. So if you have decided, I want to work out, or I want to start reading again, or I want to take time to journal, or I want to have an evening routine that's relaxing. I want to have like 45 minutes to myself where I can take a shower, or I can read a book, or I can do whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever that thing is that you're trying to fit into your life, it needs to be scheduled. It can't just be a thought. It can't just be a hope. It can't just be a dream. It needs to actually be scheduled. When you're serious about meeting with someone, right? When you're serious about that doctor's appointment, when you're serious about your eye exam or your mammogram or whatever it is that you're trying to do, what do? You write it down, you make a note of it, you remind yourself. And that's what your planner does. Remind yourself. If you don't have a physical planner, you want to do it digitally, fine. I prefer to do it in a paper form, because if my phone dies, I don't want to be confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing. But I know I always have my planner. My planner is not going to die. I don't need to charge it, you know. I don't need to do anything like that. So I'm an old-fashioned paper and pen kind of girl, but do what works for you. The point is that you schedule the thing. I don't care if it's a facial. I don't care if you need to remind yourself to shave your legs, whatever it is, schedule it. If it's important to you, schedule it and stick to the schedule. Yes, things are gonna come up, but if you're honest, most of the things that come up, and then you drop your thing, that's because that's a decision that you made, and that decision is based on certain beliefs that you have, right? You might think, oh, well, I have to do this because they're expecting me to do it. My husband interrupted me earlier today. He needed me to do something. I was in the middle, well, I wasn't in the middle of something. I was about to start something, right? And I had that time set aside. I knew that this was something important that needed to get done. So I went ahead and did it. But if it was something else, I would have told him, listen, I'm doing this right now. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to be able to do that. He is not a person who is big on scheduling, right? So he's one of my interrupters, one of my frequent interrupters. And if I, within myself, I'm not sure about what it is that I want to do, and I'm not sure about what my schedule is going to be like for the day, then we're always going to have issues where I feel like he's interrupting me. We've actually gotten to the point where he will ask me first, what do you have scheduled? And if I really have something hard and fast that's scheduled, and I'll tell him, well, okay, I have X, Y, and Z. And then he'll say, all right, can you do this for me? No problem. And then I fit it in. Or if I know that my time is flexible, I just say, what is it that you need? When you decide that what you want to accomplish is important, the way that you handle your day is going to be different. But you absolutely have to be intentional. You have to be intentional, because if you're not, you're going to be pulled all over the place. And at the end of the day, you're going to be like, I accomplished absolutely nothing. I don't have time for myself. What is the point? And that thing that you planned to do at the beginning of the year, when you were all excited about your goals and your dreams and your hopes for 2023, you're like, ah, forget it. And by the time summer comes around, you still have the gut. You're still in debt, right? Your relationships are still where you don't want them to be because you weren't being intentional. All these things can be scheduled. If it's a date night, if it's a facial, if it's your review of your finances, whatever it is, whatever you have to do with your day can be scheduled. All right? If you need help planning, if you need help figuring out what your goals even are, I'm here. My link is in my bio if you're watching this on Instagram. The link is in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. All right, let's do this. Let's stop making excuses. Let's stop making excuses. You have all the time that you need, and you have everything you need to start right where you are. Blessings on your journey. I'll see you soon.